Yo, what is going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we're back with another VeVe and Ecomi video. In this one, we're going to be talking about one of the bigger concerns that I see when it comes down to the VeVe community. A lot of people have been asking me to return, give some of my thoughts on what happened, and I know that there's a lot of stuff that's happened since I've been away. I will be coming back, giving you all my opinions on some of this stuff, but currently, the biggest reason that I'm back is because this is a sponsored video. This is a sponsored video. I'm going to be talking about one of the biggest concerns that I see when it comes down to VeVe. And when I was talking to Quid, because Quid is sponsoring this video, they showed me a lot of amazing things that's actually happening. It's 100% real, and it made me kind of nervous. I'm also hearing some stuff. I'm hearing some stuff that like big IP is coming to Quid. It's a lot of things that I'm hearing that's concerning me. And big IP is starting to go other places. Quid is getting big IP, and there's also other businesses in the NFT space that's getting big IP, which means that the exclusivity to IP that VeVe had, this is what built VeVe up. This is what got all the hype coming to VeVe and all this stuff. Like, it's the fact that all the big brands was just on VeVe and it's exclusive to there. So now that edge that VeVe had is now starting to go. Like, it's starting to disappear. The edge is no longer as big as it was. Now, granted, VeVe has like a ton of IP still, but when it comes down to the metaverse side of things, when it comes down to the metaverse and interoperability of your assets going into metaverses, that's what VeVe sold. They sold us on a dream that these assets that we're buying will be able to be used in the metaverse, and they're 100% building that. But at the same time, there's other businesses now doing it faster, and that leads to us talking a little bit about Quid. So let me actually get into the sponsorship so you all can see what concerns me, and then we're going to get back into VeVe. So yeah, that being said, let's jump straight into it. So this is what is going on with Quid right now. What's going on with Quid is that, as you can see, they made a post. They said a new frontier awaits you. First ever meant to play figures on Quid. So they have meant to play figures. First true utility figures on Quid. First ever multi-animated figures on Quid. So let me show you exactly what this means. As you can see right here, look at this drop that they have. This drop is going to be taking place on the 26th. It's going to be a IR sandbox collaboration. So as you can see, these are going to be the figures. They look like figures that fit very, very well in Sandbox. So you buy these NFTs, you buy these, it's going to be interoperable. You're going to be able to put it over into Sandbox and use these immediately. Now, this is what VeVe has been promising for a while. And this is not supposed to be some comparison. I don't want it to be some comparison video as in, oh, it's Quid versus VeVe, because it's not. This is just another business in the space doing what they're supposed to do. They're delivering. And that's what this is about. We see Quid has been delivering from day one. I've been meeting with them, telling them things, giving them ideas, and they have constantly continued to deliver. And this is the thing that started to worry me, because one of the initial reasons that I started talking to Quid was them telling me about their relationship with Animoca and how they own the Sandbox and how Quid's assets will be able to go over into Sandbox and all of this stuff. And that was like, yo, and then they're saying stuff like, we want to build our own brand, our own identity. We want to do cool things with our own, our own assets. With them taking this new focus on themselves approach, they're starting to deliver some amazing things. So this drop is coming out. This drop is coming out very, very soon. This drop's coming out very, very soon. And as you can see here, look at this. So they have animated figures here. They have these animated figures. And you can sit here and change different animations. So that's a talking one. Like, look at this. You can sit here and change different animations. So you have these animations here. Look at the quality. The quality of this, the quality is improving. The quality is improving of these assets. Now, I don't know what the heck this is, but it's a high quality whatever it is. It's a higher quality whatever it is. Then they have these cards here that look pretty sick as well. Now, as you can see right here, look at this, interoperability. Their interoperability, and you go to interoperability, you can see the metaverse, the Sandbox here. So their assets will be able to go to Rarible, OpenSea. These are the marketplaces they can go to, and then the metaverse that they can go to is the Sandbox right now. They're already adding interoperability with their NFTs, and I feel like this is a very, very scary thing because of the fact that VeVe has been promising this for a while. When it comes down to Quid, I literally met with them, told them what's important to do, and they were like, yo, you know what? Like, we're gonna work on this. We have this partnership with Animoca. They have this connection to the sandbox. We're gonna get this together, and then they actually delivered on what they said they were gonna do. And this drop is coming out on the 26th. It's just this is worrying, because now VeVe's competition is starting to do amazing things like this. They're starting to do stuff like this. You'll be able. They're starting to have interoperability. They're starting to deliver all the things that VeVe said they were going to deliver. And then on top of this, on top of Quid actually having interoperability now, they're going to be getting bigger IP as well. A lot of big IP is coming back to Quid because of the stuff that they're delivering. So with Quid, and I'm not saying that VeVe is going to necessarily lose the IP, but IP is starting to come to Quid. Now, I don't know which big brands and things like that, but I do know big brands are coming back to Quid, and it's scary that IP is starting to leak. Everything that made VeVe special is starting to not be as special. VeVe is starting to appear like it's going downhill. Everything else is starting to appear like it's rising. And one of the biggest flaws I'm seeing in VeVe, outside of not delivering things like the metaverse, and but all of this stuff takes time. I realize this takes time, but they promised that a while ago. They promised the metaverse a while ago, at least the first iteration of the metaverse. It was promised a while ago. And they just have not delivered. They have not delivered, and they keep putting themselves in a position where they're not delivering. It's like you can't really trust their word. Like they literally became a meme for saying soon and things like that, because when they said soon and when they said something, we knew that it wouldn't happen. And then on top of this, their marketing, like this is another thing that worries me. The fact that Quid will take the time to sit here and talk to me and communicate with me, get ideas from me and every other influencer in the VeVe community. They'll sit here, talk to us, listen to all of us, and then implement the things that we talk about and implement it in a timely manner. While VeVe they don't even take the time to meet with certain people. Like, I think Alex is in charge of the marketing. He doesn't like Vault, more than likely. He doesn't like me. He's never hit us up, but we're the two most influential people in the community in terms of influencers. We're the two most influential, and I've never had a conversation with him whatsoever. So I don't know if he doesn't like me. He probably doesn't. Like, I know that there's a lot of people who don't. But the thing is, there's no room for not liking someone in business. And if you're gonna hire someone, put them at a role where their job is to be where the influence is, and they have personal problems with people, and it's not even a personal problem. I have no problem with Alex whatsoever. I have no problem with anyone in the community, to be fair. Now Vault, on the other hand, like, listen, I don't know what's going on with my mans, but at the point where you're in charge of marketing, you're in charge of getting messages out to where it's going to have the biggest impact around your community. And I've never been reached out to. Vault don't get reached out to. How are you a good marketer doing that? How are you a good marketer not speaking to the people who do the best job marketing your product? And that's the concern that I have when it comes down to VeVe. Their whole success is built on free marketing. They accidentally became successful because they had IP. Now they're no longer going to be the only platform out here with IP, which means people are going to be talking about this big IP on other platforms, not just Quid, but other platforms as well. So what is VeVe's secret sauce going to be now that they don't have everyone only focused on them because they're the only places the IP's at? What is their secret sauce now? Now that means that now more than ever, they actually need someone who can market, and they have never proven that they can market at all. Matter of fact, from what I'm hearing, they're doing a pretty bad job marketing in places that they don't need to be marketing in. And what audience are they trying to market to? Because at this current point in time, it would make sense more than likely to market to the Web3 audience, but they don't even have interoperability in the things that Web3 people want. Now, personally, I don't feel like the Web3 audience is important. I don't feel like that's important, but at the same time, if you're not ready to market to Marvel fans, there's nothing to do. You can either market to people who you're going to have to entertain, which means that the whole metaverse has to be done. There has to be a reason for them to buy these assets and something to do, someplace to use these assets. Like, it would just be easier satisfying Web3 people. You drop a few exchanges, everybody shuts up and gets happy. Like it's not hard to drop an exchange, make everybody in the Web3 space happy. It's not hard to let them have some level of interoperability where you can maybe take a few assets, put it here, put it there. Like, I think it's easier to cater to Web3 people than it is to cater to the full vision of where this project was intended to go. And I don't even know if where they sold us on them going is still where they intend to go, because are we still headed towards Ready Player One, or is that no longer in the plans? So it's certain questions that I have, certain concerns that I have, and I don't think people ask the right questions in the community when especially the pages and channels that they go on. Like this is what I mean when I say the marketing is pretty bad. I'll see Alex in random places talking to random people who no one is ever going to hear or see this interview. Like, no one's going to look at, no one's looking for that. No one's going to find that. And the only way that interview spreads is if the right people talk about it, and that's what it's dependent on. Instead of going to the right place, like, I feel like VeVe has been able to half-ass market and do like pop up in Discords. They've been able to pop up in Discords, pop up in Twitters and stuff like that, because they had a community actively searching for this stuff and then speaking about it because it was a big deal. At this point, the community is not the same. At this point, they don't have the same level of influencers here active. At this point in time, they need to actually know how to market. The fact that so many people, so many influencers have stopped uploading, like Taps, like the fact that I don't see them on people like Kyle Wilson is always on Paul Barron talking about the project. So why am I not seeing the VeVe team even reaching out to Kyle? It's a lot of people in this community with a good amount of influence that I'm just not seeing. VeVe's marketing is ass, is what I'm trying to say. It's very, very bad. They don't know what they're doing whatsoever. Marketing is a failure. It seems like on the development end, it's a lot of failing going on, but also on the marketing side, like, the only clear superstar in the VeVe company at this point in time is David Yu and Alfred Kahn. Like, the only thing that looks flawless is the licenses, the IP. It's like, is David Yu the only one doing his job at this company? That is the biggest concern I'm having right now with the project, because these other companies are starting to get it together, or at least they're starting to look like and appear like they're getting it together. VeVe is starting to look like they're falling apart more. It's like they're starting to look more and more incompetent. And like I said, I still 100% believe in the vision, but is that still the vision? I need an update on the things that matter. I need to know what's going on with the metaverse. What's your plan for the metaverse? What's your plan with interoperability in terms of, is it going to be something more so limited to these IP or licensor approved partners and things like that? Or are you going to make it fully interoperable and just go full Web3 with it? Like, what is your plans? What are your intentions? This is the stuff that I need them to speak on. This is the stuff that I need to be hearing about. And I'm just not. And maybe they've spoken on it, but this goes back to trash marketing if they've spoken on these topics and I just haven't heard about it, because this is the type of stuff that should be spread everywhere, which goes back to the fact that they need to do a better job marketing if some of this information is out there. So, certain things everyone should just know. It's certain things that everyone should just know. And then it seems like they're being more secretive. A lot of old stuff is starting to pop up because the community is so bored. They're starting to research, go into people's wallets and find all type of weird stuff. Go into people's wallet transactions, find all type of weird stuff that comes out as new controversy. Like, it's just nothing going on really. So people skeletons are starting to come out of closets, which is even more concerning. It's like it's making a company look like they kind of can't be trusted in some ways, and I just don't like where I don't like the current sentiment and the current feel that I get from VeVe. Like, focusing on a logo. Like, why would you be focusing on this rebrand? Why are you focusing on this logo when there's more important things to be focusing on? Like, you got all this stuff that you done been promising for the last 2 years, and a logo is what you're putting your time into? Like, you thought, and what's crazy is ever since this new logo and new rebrand came out, all they've done is gone downhill. It's like they rebranded from something that was actually partially good and had a peak, had a prime, and it's like they rebranded to like, okay, let's rebrand to go downhill. Like what was the point? Like I don't understand. But yeah, these are just some of the concerns and thoughts that I have. At the end of the day, I'm a lot less biased because I'm in a position at this point in time where I'm not as dependent on. I believe that I can make and generate millions of dollars with my own skill set as opposed to needing VeVe as an investment. So I'm really here and I'm invested and I'm still down for this project because I genuinely love it and believe in it, as opposed to needing to get rich, having to agree with everything that they do, having to make every single thing positive. Now I can freely speak on, and I spoke on my concerns before, but it's just like, it's different now. It's very different now because I don't see as much good to talk about. I see a lot more worrying signs, which I started to see these signs coming, which is what led to me making a decision to, focus on my own skill set. So if a company starts to do stuff that I don't necessarily agree with or I don't understand, I'm not dependent on, that company. I'm not dependent on that company being successful and stuff like that. Obviously, as an investor, I needed to be successful just like everyone else, but I'm not putting my entire life in the hands of VeVe. And I think that that's partially what I was doing before. Like all the spare change and stuff that I had, I put it onto VeVe. So I needed it to work, But now at this point, it's like, if it works, I would love that. I want that to work because I believe in it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't actually matter. Like it does not matter whatsoever because I'm still on the same trajectory to where I'm going. So, yeah, I mean, this is just something I wanted to talk about. I wanted to come back and give you all my true feelings and some of my true thoughts on what's going on. Let me know how you all have been feeling in the comment section and some things that you all want me to cover. I will be covering more topics. I'll be covering more of what has happened in the community. I've heard about some stuff, some controversy that Reese cashed out he sold a lot of his Ecomi. I've been hearing a lot. I've been hearing some stuff, man. I've been hearing some stuff, and I do want you all to know that I will be addressing these things. I'm definitely going to be addressing these things, but it's just going to take some. It's gonna take some time. Like I'm not actively, creating content. I'm not actively creating content like I was, but I will. I know that a lot of people want my opinion on a lot of things, and you want me to start uploading a little bit more. So I think I will. I will start doing that. I will start uploading more. Like I said, this video is sponsored. That's why I'm uploading this video and giving you all these opinions. But I do understand that people value my thoughts and the stuff that I say and speak on and the way that I see things. So I do want to, as a thank you for those of you who have supported me and really got me to the position that I'm in, because I wouldn't have met the amazing people that I've met who's helped me change my life, change my mindset, and grow into who I've become. I would not have met these people without you all supporting me and showing me love. So I do really thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I really do appreciate you all. So I am going to be back uploading a little bit more frequently, talking about a lot of these topics and stuff like that. But I don't think I'll ever be going as hard as I was before because I'm just in a different position in life at this point in time. Like the only way you all will really get that old grinding this project Cavell back is if VeVe steps up their partnership with the influencers and actually makes it worth my while. I'm not giving them free marketing anymore. Like anytime I speak on this project, it's free marketing. And that's the thing. Like there's no benefit for me to speak on this. Like it's going to get to where it's gonna go with or without me. So if they deliver on what they say that they're gonna do, it's gonna, like, there's gonna be somebody else to rise up. It's gonna be some new buzz and stuff. Like I'm not needed for this project to get to where it's going to go. So I'll let somebody else learn how to be a YouTuber, learn how to title, learn how to thumbnail, learn how to do everything that I already know how to do if they're not going to appreciate the fact that I'm an expert at this shit. And I put a lot into this project just for them to never acknowledge that. And I know that at one point in time, everyone's talking about, oh, VeVe don't need this. They don't need you. They have like 2,000 active wallets right now. That shit would never have happened before. But anyway, let me know what you all think in the comment section down below, fam. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notifications, and all that good stuff. And I will see you all soon. Peace out, yo.